Hi, this is Rocio Radke with Century 21. Today I wanted to speak specifically to the sellers out there. I've had a couple sellers call me and ask me to come take a look at their property, and they've already had their property listed with the previous realtor and it's just not selling. So they're asking me what some tips and tricks are in regards to selling their home if they were unsuccessful the first round. And what I usually suggest them is a few different things. One, I always take a look at their pictures, first of all, before even going to see their property. And usually it's the pictures that might need a little bit of improvement. So whether they're too dark, or maybe that they just aren't staged properly, or there's not a good flow in the pictures. So I always suggest getting either new pictures, or I suggest switching the pictures out, or even just changing the order of them makes a big difference as well. Then I go to their property and I take a look at the seller's home, specifically inside, to see if there's anything in there that could use a change. Either some paint, maybe the property is a little bit too dark, or maybe the property needs just a little kind of a facelift in regards to lighting. So in regards to your home, take a look and see if you need some new paint. Maybe your property is too dark. See if you've gotten recent feedback from your previous showings and take a listen and see if there's anything you can do in regards to the paint, or even painting up the trim, just maybe making it a little bit more modern, painting some of your banisters or railing. That makes a huge difference as well. And then also take a look at just very simple things such as your window coverings. I was just in a previous home where there was some very, very, very dark red, beautiful paisley curtains, but they just didn't make sense in the property, and it cut the property and made it look very small inside. So I asked the seller to put brand new, go to Walmart, go buy $20 curtains, but plain white curtains. And then same with the bedspread. The bedspread was red, and it was just kind of the focal point of the bedroom, but not in a good way. It just kind of took away and distracted from the rest of the room. So I asked them to also just get a plain white duvet cover and throw a couple little girly pillows on there, which made a huge difference. It brightened up the room, made it look a little bit bigger, and then it was also neutral. You want people to come into your property and taking a look at your property versus your stuff. So if you can have very gender neutral items in your home, that will make a huge difference. And then lastly, you want to look at your comparables. If it's not selling, it could be the price. And unfortunately, in this type of market, specifically for townhouses or condos or apartment homes, you're looking at about a 15 to 30% decrease in prices. It's just such a saturated market with attached homes that it's just not necessarily the greatest time to sell for condos. You know, with that being said, if you have to sell, you have to sell. But take a look at your comparables. Make sure you look and see what has recently sold in the last 3 months in your complex. Take a look to see what is active in your complex, and then also see what your competition is. And then that way you can also gauge what you need to do for your property. Take a look and see what their price point is, and take a look to see if they have upgrades that you don't have and that you might need to do in order to sell your property. So unfortunately, when it comes to price does sell. If you're unable to take a kick in the pants in regards to price, then maybe you should just take it off the market and wait a little bit and see what happens in the economy and see what happens in the market. And then hopefully you have better luck in order to sell your home. If you have any other questions or need some more tips in regards to selling your property, feel free to give me a message and I'll be happy to help you. Century 21, Rocio Radke.